Guys, y'all see that? 183,000 miles. Now here's the thing, guys. I already pushed this car in. It's a no start, okay? Yeah, no start. I've already diagnosed it, but here's my plan. Here's what I'm gonna do. I need a fuel pump, guys. I'm gonna let my helper, he'll be here tomorrow. I'm gonna let him properly diagnose this car. I should have let it stay outside, but I pushed it in right now so we can get a jump on it. I'm gonna let him diagnose this no start vehicle. Okay, I'm sure he's gonna reach for this and spray it down there. He already know the basics. What we're looking for there is we trying to apply fuel presence in there. If it cranks, he gonna automatically come to me and tell me, yo, that charger need a fuel pump. First thing I'm gonna do is go to him and ask him, how you know? Guys, remember, if these pumps don't have 12 volts and a ground going to them, they never gonna work. So I'm gonna make him go back in and find that out, actually test it. If you're getting 12 volts and ground at the connector, yes, you likely need a pump, okay? So we're gonna do that tomorrow, guys, on a full video. Y'all stay tuned. All right, you ready to diagnose this charger? Come on, man. Let's get on over here. It won't start. Does it turn on? I don't know. Let's sit down. Let's get in it and see what it do. We got the key right here. This is push to start anyway, though. So just set that up there. Let's see. Start. What's your starting point? You gonna duplicate the concern first, right?
Oh, what was the concern?
The concern is no start. Oh, what that feel like? What you need to start, first of all? There's 3 things you need to start, right?
Yeah.
You pressing on the gas and nothing happening? All right, those 3 things you need to start. What do you think those are?
Well, one, see if, what is something?
Obviously it ain't gonna start. You missing something. Again, there's 3 things you need to start. What is it? You need to know this.
Fuel,
spark,
and air.
Not really air, compression. Yeah.
Compression.
Now, based on the history, to combat on time or to save with a lot of time, what do you suspect we don't have? Well, what's the easiest thing to check, verify? Put it that way.
The easiest to check right now is...
out of fuel, spark, and compression, what's the easiest one to verify that you get? It's up to you to, yeah, well, compression is one, but that's not the easiest, is it? You know, you ever did a compression test?
Nah.
Yeah, that's not easy. So it's going to be up to you to determine which way you go. That's a self thing. But the easiest one to figure out, or out of those 3, there's
I feel like it's fuel.
Fuel? Okay. So what you need to do is, try to substitute fuel. So you thinking it's not getting fuel, that's why it's not starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like a fuel sound, you know, like a little noise does it make?
The engine is spinning over. Now think of it this way. If the engine was spinning over real fast, you can assume there's no compression. Because the engine's spinning over nice and healthy, we can assume there is compression. So that's not a real good way to look at it, but like you say, fuel seems to be the first one or the easiest one to check. So what we can do is, now you suspecting there's no fuel pressure at the rail causing it not to start?
Yeah.
All right, so what you can do is substitute fuel presence. Okay, fuel, the liquid fuel that goes into the engine to start. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, what a lot of people do is they'll try to spray something down there. They'll try to substitute the fuel pump. Just say if the fuel pump not working, manually put some fuel into the intake and see if it starts. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go under the hood and do just that. Substitute fuel presence. What can you use? You gotta need something flammable, right?
Yeah, I seen that I have some
starter fluid. Yeah, that's flammable. That's actually what this is for. So let's pop the hood and grab some starter fluid. Yeah, we got to get it down into the intake. What you got? Yeah, because the fuel injectors spray fuel down into the intake. So all you doing is substituting the fuel injectors, trying to get it into the intake. So get the cover off. We're gonna spray directly down in the throttle body. So just do it like this. Open that blade and try to spray as much down there as possible. Now go see what it do. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh.
It died. Why did it die?
because there's no spark.
No, it died because the spray you sprayed in there ran out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you was running off of that spray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the spray, the liquid fuel, or the starter fluid that you sprayed in there was used to keep it running. All we did was cut the fuel pump out of the loop.
Oh.
All right, so what do you think wrong with the car?
And that's the thing.
Or what can you assume based off of what you just found out? Think about it. We just substitute fuel presence. The job of the fuel pump is to deliver fuel pressure.
So either I feel like something wrong with the fuel rail.
Not the fuel rail. The fuel rail is not a delivery. It doesn't deliver fuel. I mean, it do, but it still has to be delivered from somewhere else. Where does the engine get its fuel from?
The fuel pump.
The fuel pump. All right. So that's one of the things we need to check. Okay, based off what we just did. Now, before you condemn the fuel pump, we're going to gain access to the fuel pump and see. The fuel pump is a motor, right? Electrical motor. What do you need on an electrical motor for it to work?
Well, you need electricity for it.
Electricity.
And also like the liquid for it.
No, for any electrical motor to work, you got to have 12 volts in ground.
12 volts in ground.
And a fuel pump is an electrical motor. So before you condemn a fuel pump, make sure there's 12 volts in ground going to it. So let's do this. Let's gain access to the fuel pump and check and make sure 12 volts in ground going to it. If it is, then your fuel pump just shorted.
Oh, okay. You just shorted.
Yeah, so go grab a test light. We're going to gain access to the fuel. You know the drill. The seat got to come up and all that good stuff. Yeah, you need to you know what we're using a test light for? To see if we got 12 volts in ground. Remember what we just talked about?
Yeah.
Well, let's gain access to it first. Pull that cover up. What do you notice here? Whoa. So you got one right there, and you got one right there. Both of those are technically fuel pumps. Which one are you interested in? Which one delivers?
That one.
Why that one?
Because that's where the fuel pump is most of the time.
They both technically fuel pumps. Well, you concerned with the one that delivers fuel pressure to the rail.
Well, I meant like the electrical motor is in.
They both electrical motors.
Oh.
Okay, this is a saddle tank. When you're dealing with a saddle tank, pick that up. When you're dealing with a saddle tank, they usually gonna give you two fuel pumps. Now get this, one is technically a primary and one is a secondary. All right. Now, if you like, one should assume primary is the main pump, right? So in this car, primary is the deliverer to the fuel system. Okay, that's a pump that delivers fuel over to the other side. Okay, and it's got a sending unit on it too. So here's the one we working with, the primary. So keep that in mind. You only concerned when you're dealing with no starts or no cranks or stuff, no starts. You need to verify which pump deliver fuel pressure to the rail. All right, so go back on the other side and take that cover up.
Primary different or not?
Some cars is the what?
Is the primary like is the...
If you got two fuel pumps, then yes, that's when they are dubbed primary and secondary. Primary usually, I don't know, on the driver's side, at least for the Dodge. I don't know about the other makes and models. So all we need to do is gain access to that connector. Because remember, before we condemn the fuel pump, we want to make sure.
I'm gonna make sure 12 volts.
Yeah, make sure you're getting the electrical portion of it, because you can replace this fuel pump 10 times. If ain't no power going to it, it's never gonna work. Yeah, unplug it at the pump. All right, now which one you think 12 volt? Which one you think supply 12 volts and ground? There's a big old wire on there. There's a heavy gauge wire and a thick gauge wire. You can go out on a limb and assume that's where your 12 volts come from. That blue and orange wire. So power your test light up. Hook one end to the ground. Well, I'm gonna let you tell me what we checking for.
If it's getting power, like
right.
12 volts to it.
So you can use a test light or either a voltmeter. You got a test light right now. So just.
You just put it right here at the ground.
No, is that a ground? Find a ground somewhere to ground your test light.
I know the ground is something metal.
Use a door hinge.
The door handle?
The door hinge. No, the hinge part. On the inside of the door.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just that might work. Yeah, now so when the customer or when the car owner get in this car and tries to crank it, the minute he turned the ignition switch on, it's when the fuel pump is activated.
Oh.
So that's when you should see the light.
Yeah.
All right, you stay right here. I'm gonna push the button.
All right.
Okay, when I push that button, the start button, all right, that light technically should light.
It's a light.
If it lights, what does that tell you?
It's getting.
You're getting the 12 volts. All right, but let's start there. All right, put your test light on. I'm getting ready to push it. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. So we verified 12 volts. Now you're supposed to verify ground. That's why when you're using a test light, you can usually stick one lead to the ground and one lead to the positive.
Oh.
And you can kill two birds in one stone. So technically you're supposed to check the ground. You just reversed your test light. Put that in on a power source and then check the ground. But I'm gonna go out on a limb for the sake of time. It's getting ground. All right. So what does that tell you?
It's a short circuit somewhere
What is? Why the car won't start?
because the fuel pump is bad.
All right. Fuel pump. We can't use the word bad. We don't like the word bad, but it's you can say internally open or something like that. So you're getting 12 volts, but before you, like I say, before you condemn any electrical motor, verify that you're getting 12 volts and ground going to it. We just did. We just verified 12 volts. For the sake of time, we're gonna assume ground. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no wiring damage to the car.
No,
Right. So that wire connector look good. All right. So in order to get this car started, we need to get a fuel pump. All right. Let's go get a fuel pump. Well, let's go right one up. Ooh, what you got there? Hey, new fuel pump.
Sorry, fuel
All
pump.
right. Yeah. All right. So go get this. Go get the special tool. If you don't have a special tool, use a chisel and a hammer. But get that ring off and get that fuel pump replaced. Plug everything back up. That should. And then, well, I'm gonna let you complete the job. Even go so far as replace it. All right. Oh, he had the tool.
Yeah. But I had to find him, so kind of took a while.
Come on, man. You asked that week. Let the seat up. Oh my God. Really? Whoa.
There we go. Yes, sir. First try. Fuck yeah. Oh, now we gotta be careful.
All right. From there, it's self-explanatory, so you should be able to.
Able to go from here.
Yeah, tie that out your way, man. Special tool, guys. For this ring. All right. Again, if you don't have this, don't panic. Just use a hammer and a chisel, and just bang on right here. I wanted him to experience the special tool way. You know. But I mean, this is a Miller too. The original. All right, they make these on. You can buy these off Amazon. They're not gonna be this quality, but remember. So the secondary pump has to connect to the primary, and it's doing that by way of the hoses. So take that connector off. So stand up, so because when you pick it up, just go straight outside with it.
Oh, so just go straight outside with it?
Yeah, you finna throw it away. It's junk.
Okay.
Just try not to spill so much fuel. It's got a sending unit attached to it.
Oh, yeah.
Just go fast, that's all. It's a one-man show. I ain't know you mind doing nothing. If I wasn't here, you'd be by yourself. All right, that chamber, that green seal.
Yeah, I gotta change the.
Yes. And you gotta clean that chamber out that green seal set in. So since you're in a shop, you have access to air pressure, right?
Should I do it here?
Yeah. If you wasn't in the shop, you have to use a rag. But just grab a rag and wipe around now. Let's pretend you're not in the shop.
Alright.
Just reverse the procedure.
Yeah.
You setting flush on the seal, because once the customer fill her tank up, we don't want to come back for a leak. You can even cause a small evap leak. That not being sealed up real good can cause a check engine light P0456 small evap leak. We don't want that.
Shit.
Yeah. Yes. The evaporator system runs through the fuel system.
Yeah, I shouldn't
So
flush.
if there's any kind of vapor leak going on there right there, that ESOM is gonna pick it up.
Okay, I got it. Oh shit.
You get all the way
All
under
the
there?
way?
No, look and see.
There's still room left?
Exactly. So you want to go under that center. That center. See how thick that is? You want this tab under the center. That's why somebody put markings. That was a good idea. You should have did that.
Not for real.
But yeah, you got a little bit more to go. Hey.
Sir. Just been disconnecting.
Uh-oh. You just come see if it'll start now.
Oh yeah.
The moment of truth.
Yes, sir.
Did he fix it?
Oh man.
Is it running? Whoa! It's running. My neck. Oh, you can't say that on. You can't say that on the YouTube. My man got it running. Told y'all. Give me a year with this guy. He gonna be dangerous. He gonna be wicked. All right, as long as you understand what we did, bro. With the starter fluid and all that, the 3 things you need to start, all that good stuff. Just lock that in your head because that theory applied to just about every car. Every gasoline combustion engine car. All right, so.
Real spark and combustion.
Yep. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for watching.